Gold Hunter here. In today's video, we're going to determine how much face value it would cost if you paid in constitutional silver. Now, we have an example on the first page, and it is 1 pound of butter. It costs $4.18, and the $0.25 will cover the cost of that butter, as it is worth $5.01, as it is 90% silver. Now remember, quarters, dimes, and half dollars are all 90% silver when they're before 1964. And we have some rare war nickels that are 35% silver in between, I think it's 1942 and 45, but I can check on that for you. So, and I've done all the items I have in this video will be in US dollars, and I've used Texas as the state I've used as the value, because I understand that all states may have different values for these items, right? But for this video, it's all Texas, because if you're going to have to start paying constitutional silver, that might be the state you might want to look at, right? Okay, moving on to the next slide. At the time of this video, silver was $27.68 per troy ounce. Now, bread, eggs, and milk, I averaged them out because there's, again, different brands and stuff, and they all cost different prices. But it is about $8.68, right? Now, that is equal to, at $27.68 per troy ounce, 9.75 grams of silver. That's what $8.68 US dollars is. Now, in junk silver or constitutional silver, 1/4 and 2 dimes would cover that, because they equal 10.125 grams of silver in them. So technically, if you had 45 cents face value, you can buy a loaf of bread, a carton of eggs, a dozen eggs, and a gallon of milk. If you were to use junk silver to buy whiskey at today's prices, you could use 90 cents US to cover the $17.98, because $17.98 would equal 20.2 grams of silver value, and $0.50 and 4 dimes would cover that. Now, if you're using junk silver as currency, chances are we've hit some tough times in our country, and you're going to definitely need ammo, right? So you're going to need it for protection and for hunting. You're going to need to eat meat, right? You need meat for that freezer. Now, a popular round would be a 30-30, and a box of 20 would run you about $19 US. You can get them a bit cheaper, but you can get them a lot more expensive as well. So $19 is what I've used. Now, you can buy a box of ammo for $0.50, $0.25, and 2 dimes. All right, that will equal 21.375 grams. And that's 95 cents US for a box of ammo. Now that you have to hunt for your food, you're also going to need a knife to field dress that food, whether it be deer, bear, rabbit, whatever it may be. Now, you can get knives at all different ranges and price, but I picked one that wasn't too expensive, but wasn't the cheapest either. So I found one for $25 US at Walmart in Texas. And you can buy it with 2 half dollars and $0.25 of junk silver. So $1.25 US face will purchase that knife for you. One thing you're going to need in troubling times would be fuel. And today's average in Texas is $3.21 per gallon. And now I took a small car, like a Honda Civic. Its tank size was 12.39 US gallons. You could, so 12.39 US gallons at $3.21 per gallon is $39.77 to fill up your tank. So you can get a full tank of fuel in a Honda Civic for $4 half dollars. So for $2 face US of junk silver, you can get a full tank of fuel. Now, what good is that ammo if you don't have a rifle to use it? So I found a gun shop in Texas, and they were selling a Winchester Model 94. It's a 30-30. And to buy that rifle, it would cost you $1,055.59 US. But if you're using junk silver or constitutional silver, it would cost you $105 half dollars and $1/4. And that would equal out to $52.75 face. That's pretty good. Now you got to think that if you kept, or if you were to get all that junk silver at face value, this gun would actually only cost you $52.75. Now you're thinking, how would that happen? Well, one way would have been if in 1964 you had just kept all your silver and you didn't spend it and you just hoarded it till now, because you could have bought it at face value then. For $52.75, you can buy that gun. That's inflation for you. Now, we're going to need a cell phone, right? And that's if the cell towers are even working at this point. You know, in troubled times, who knows what's happened. But a cell phone today, an Apple and a Samsung, both very big names in the cell phone market, they're around $1,300 at Best Buy. And that's to buy it outright. Chances are in troubling times, they might not give you a plan, right, where you can get it for a lot less money. So for $65 US junk, you can buy a cell phone. It would take $130 half dollars, which is $65 US face. Now we're going to need to travel around and get around. So we're going to buy a car. Well, this is where it's going to get a little tougher, and this is probably where I'd start using gold instead of silver, especially junk silver for this. But because this video is going to be on junk silver and constitutional silver, we're just going to keep going with it. But in this situation, I would most likely use gold. So a 2004 Honda Civic is $26,645. It would take 962 troy ounces of silver, and it would be $2,661 half dollars, and 2 dimes would equal 962.62 troy ounces. And if you were to buy that car with junk silver, it would cost you $1,330.70 face value. That's a pretty good discount off that car, right? Now, we're also going to need some land. And maybe you have a neighbor who has some land and you're going to purchase some from them. Well, I found this listing in Texas, and it's for 2.2 acres. I would probably want more, but, you know, we got to start somewhere. Maybe that's all we can find, or it's the best price maybe. Now, for $40,000, this is listed for. This is a real listing. it would take 1,445.09 troy ounces of silver to purchase this land. And that would be 3,995 half dollars and 2 dimes. Okay, so for $1,997.20 US in face value of US constitutional silver, you can buy this property. Now, we're going to need to buy a house, right? And I found this listing. It wasn't, again, not the most expensive house, wasn't the cheapest house, but I was looking for a 3-bedroom because chances are you have some kids, you got a wife, right? And if you have a boy and a girl, you probably need 3 bedrooms. And I figured, why not put a little bit of acreage on it, a little bit of property. So we got 5.28 acres on this with this house. And it's for sale at $495,000. It would take 17,882.95 troy ounces of silver to buy this house, which would equal out to 49,442 half dollars. And so for 24,729 face dollars of junk silver, you could buy this house. That's pretty awesome, right? Something that's almost $500,000 you could technically buy with $24,729 or $21 if you had got all those dollars at face value, which again you could have did if you had saved from 1964, if you're that age or not. And you could have also done it if you just got a good deal in these, or you did a lot of coin roll hunts, right? Now that would take a lot, but technically it is possible. All right. Want to thank you for watching. Hope you liked this video. I'm going to do lots more. And I'm also thinking maybe of doing a Canadian one on this with Canadian junk silver, the 80% instead of 90. So let me know if you want me to do that. If you do, if you're interested in it, I'll do it. Throw it down in the comments. And possibly do one on gold, right? I could do one of these on gold. All right. Thanks for watching. Gold Hunter out.